Have you ever found yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, a quiet worry gnawing at your heart? A worry about what life truly looks like after 80. It's a painful reality for many that as we journey further into our golden years, specific fears begin to emerge, fears that often remain unspoken, hidden beneath a brave smile. We tend to focus on the joys of retirement, the grandkids, the freedom. And while all that is wonderful, there's a secret conversation happening in the quiet corners of many senior minds. It's about protecting our peace and dignity as we navigate life beyond 80. In this video, we're going to bravely confront the 5 biggest fears seniors face after 80 that no one really talks about. We'll uncover these silent anxieties and, more importantly, explore practical, comforting ways to safeguard your emotional well-being and maintain your sense of self. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you, something that can profoundly change your perspective on these later years. Let's begin by shining a light on the first profound fear that often looms large: the fear of losing our independence. This isn't just about needing help with a jar lid or reaching a high shelf. It's about the deep-seated worry of no longer being able to manage our own lives, make our own choices, or simply live freely in our own homes. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you can no longer drive to the grocery store, prepare your own meals, or even dress without assistance. The thought of losing this autonomy can feel like a direct assault on our dignity, transforming us from capable adults into someone who constantly needs care. It's the painful reality of potentially feeling like a child again, losing that precious control over our daily rhythm and personal decisions. But here's the comforting truth. Much of this fear can be mitigated with proactive steps and a shift in perspective. First, maintaining your physical vitality is paramount. This doesn't mean becoming a marathon runner at 85. It means consistent, gentle movement. Think about incorporating a daily walk, even if it's just around your garden or within your home. Simple chair yoga or Tai Chi movements can dramatically improve balance and flexibility, significantly reducing the risk of falls, which are often a major catalyst for loss of independence. Focus on consistency over intensity. Even 10 minutes a day makes a difference. Sarah, at 85, installed grab bars in her bathroom and uses a voice-activated assistant to control her lights and make calls, allowing her to confidently manage her own home without feeling vulnerable. Beyond physical activity, preparing your home environment can be a game changer. Simple modifications like brighter lighting, removing tripping hazards like loose rugs, and installing grab bars in the bathroom can create a safer, more navigable space. Consider if a single-story living arrangement might be more suitable in the long run. Technology, often seen as complicated, can actually be a powerful ally. Smart home devices, medication reminders on your phone, or even video calling apps can extend your ability to live independently and stay connected with the world. Another crucial aspect is proactive legal planning. Having conversations about power of attorney, a living will, and other advanced directives while you are fully capable ensures that your wishes are honored, even if a time comes when you can't express them yourself. This isn't about giving up control, but about exerting control over your future, securing your peace of mind, knowing your choices will be respected. Lastly, nurturing a strong social network and learning to accept help gracefully when truly needed can be a subtle art. It's about knowing when to ask for a ride without feeling like a burden, thereby preserving your independence in areas where you are still capable. It's about accepting that some things change, but your core ability to manage your life remains. Now, after considering the profound importance of maintaining our independence, let's gently shift our focus to another significant concern that often weighs heavily on the hearts of those over 80, the quiet dread of financial insecurity. This fear isn't just about running out of money. It's about the anxiety of outliving your savings, the crushing burden of unexpected healthcare costs, or the thought of not being able to afford the care you need as you age. It's the fear of inflation eroding your hard-earned nest egg, or worse, becoming a financial strain on your children. This can lead to sleepless nights, constant worry, and a profound sense of lost dignity. However, facing this fear head-on with clear-eyed planning can bring immense peace. The first step is a brutally honest assessment of your current financial situation. Take the time to create a realistic budget, thoroughly reviewing all your income and expenses. Where can you realistically cut back without sacrificing your quality of life? Are there subscriptions you no longer use? Or ways to save on utilities? Even small adjustments can add up. Next, it's vital to understand the landscape of long-term care. This is perhaps the biggest unknown expense for many. Research options like long-term care insurance, understanding its benefits, limitations, and when it makes sense for your situation. It's not for everyone, but for some. It can offer invaluable protection. Dive into government benefits. Understand precisely what Medicare and Medicaid cover, what your Social Security benefits entail, and how to access local senior services that might offer financial assistance or subsidies for various needs. These programs are there to support you, but you need to know how to navigate them. Consider consulting a trusted financial advisor who specializes in elder planning. This isn't just for the wealthy. A good advisor can help anyone organize their assets, plan for future costs, and explore options you might not know about, such as careful estate planning to ensure your assets are managed well and reduce stress for future generations. For some, options like downsizing your home or even exploring a reverse mortgage might become considerations to free up capital. But these decisions should be made with careful research and professional guidance, not out of desperation. Remember John. At 82, he started organizing his finances years ago, meticulously reviewing his budget and consulting an advisor. Now, he enjoys a profound peace of mind, able to engage in his hobbies and enjoy his golden years without constant financial worry. Finally, consider ways to supplement your income that are enjoyable and low stress. This could be a part-time hobby that generates a little income, like selling crafts online, light consulting work, or even tutoring. Staying engaged in meaningful work can not only boost your finances, but also your sense of purpose and connection. As we bravely confront these deeper worries, our next silent fear often emerges from the quiet corners of our lives, touching the very essence of our human need for connection, the fear of loneliness and isolation. This isn't just about being physically alone. It's the profound emotional void that comes from losing a spouse, seeing friends pass on, having adult children consumed by their own busy lives, or simply finding it difficult to get out and connect with others. It's the feeling of being invisible, unheard, and disconnected from the vibrant world you once knew, leading to quiet desperation, sadness, and a sense of lost purpose. But just as with our other fears, there are powerful and gentle ways to actively combat this. The first step is to actively seek out connections rather than waiting for them to find you. This might mean exploring your local senior center, which often hosts a vibrant array of activities from card games to exercise classes. Community groups, religious organizations, or even volunteer work can provide incredibly fulfilling avenues for new friendships and a renewed sense of purpose. Think about Mary, at 88, who, after losing her husband, started attending a local community art class. She initially went out of a sense of obligation, but soon found herself absorbed in creating beautiful pieces and, more importantly, found a new circle of friends who shared her passion, bringing a profound sense of belonging back into her life. Beyond traditional avenues, embrace technology as a bridge, not a barrier. Learning to use video calls can allow you to see and speak with distant family members regularly, making you feel much more connected than just a phone call. Social media, when used safely and selectively, can help you reconnect with old friends or find online communities built around shared interests. Consider the power of intergenerational connections. Perhaps you could mentor a young person, share your wisdom through a local school program, or simply spend quality time with grandchildren, teaching them a skill or sharing stories. These connections are enriching for everyone involved. Another wonderful source of unconditional love and companionship can be a pet. The responsibility of caring for an animal can provide structure, a reason to get out for walks, and a warm, furry presence that banishes loneliness. It's also important to rekindle old friendships or consciously make new ones by engaging in hobbies and interests that naturally bring you into contact with like-minded individuals. Joining a book club, a gardening club, or even a casual walking group can open doors to surprising new relationships. Finally, practice self-compassion. It's absolutely okay to feel lonely at times. It's a natural human emotion. Acknowledge it. but then gently guide yourself towards small, actionable steps that counteract it. Focusing on creating moments of connection and joy. Now that we've explored the silent struggle with loneliness and the worries surrounding our physical and mental well-being, there's one more fear that often lingers in the background, a fear that many of us try our best to push away. Yet, it's incredibly important to acknowledge the fear of declining health and the loss of our mental faculties. This fear goes beyond general aches and pains. It's the profound anxiety of memory loss, the inability to move freely, the constant burden of chronic pain, or the thought of needing round-the-clock medical care. It's the heartbreaking possibility of losing your sense of self, your identity, or becoming a shadow of who you once were. This worry is deeply personal and can manifest as a fear of dementia, a loss of independence due to physical limitations, or simply the dread of chronic suffering. But remember, while some decline is a natural part of aging, there's a significant amount of control we have over slowing this process and mitigating its impact. Proactive health management is your most powerful tool. This means faithfully attending regular checkups, adhering to your doctor's recommendations for medication, and diligently monitoring your vital signs. Don't be afraid to be an active participant in your own care, asking questions and advocating for yourself. A healthy lifestyle remains your bedrock. Focus on a balanced diet rich in whole foods, like a Mediterranean-style approach with plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Avoid processed foods and ensure you're adequately hydrated throughout the day. Regular, gentle exercise, as we discussed earlier, not only aids in physical independence but also boosts brain health. But physical health is only half the battle. Brain health is paramount. Engage your mind daily with puzzles, reading, learning new skills, or even just lively conversations. Social interaction itself is a fantastic brain workout. Ensure you're getting sufficient quality sleep, as it's crucial for memory consolidation and overall cognitive function. Managing stress is also incredibly important. Practices like mindfulness, simple meditation, or spending time in nature can significantly reduce chronic stress, which has a tangible impact on both physical and mental health. Falls prevention, as mentioned before, cannot be overstated. Beyond home safety, specific balance exercises can make a huge difference in preventing injuries that often lead to further decline. Robert, at 83, diligently works on crossword puzzles every morning, takes a daily walk in his neighborhood park, and prioritizes getting 8 hours of sleep. He feels sharp, active, and attributes much of his current vitality to these consistent habits. Finally, a healthy dose of acceptance and adaptation is key. Understand that some physical changes are inevitable, but focus your energy on what you can control and adapt to new circumstances with grace and resilience. Your focus should be on optimizing your well-being, not just on preventing decline. Now that we've explored the silent struggle with loneliness and the worries surrounding our physical and mental well-being, there's one more fear that often lingers in the background, a fear that many of us try our best to push away. Yet it's incredibly important to acknowledge the profound fear of becoming a burden on family. This isn't just about needing help. It's the quiet dread of depleting your loved one's resources, their time, their money, their emotional energy. It's the fear of feeling like a weight, a responsibility that strains relationships and robs your children or grandchildren of their own freedom and peace. This fear can lead to deep feelings of guilt and shame, a sense of failure even though it's often entirely unfounded. But addressing this fear head-on, with open communication and proactive planning, can transform it from a source of dread into an act of love and mutual respect. The cornerstone of alleviating this fear is open and honest communication with your family. Before a crisis hits, sit down with your adult children or other trusted loved ones to discuss your wishes for future care, your preferences, and your financial realities. These conversations might be difficult at first, but establishing these intentions now can prevent misunderstanding, resentment, and immense stress down the line. It's about setting clear expectations and establishing boundaries, ensuring everyone understands what is desired and what is feasible. Helen, at 90, had several candid conversations with her children over the years, discussing her long-term care preferences and financial resources. These discussions, though sometimes challenging, ultimately brought a profound peace of mind to everyone, making future decisions much smoother and less fraught with emotion. Alongside these conversations, actively plan for your future care. Research and understand options like assisted living facilities, in-home care services, or even specific care agreements within the family. Understand the costs involved and the availability of these services in your area. This isn't about giving up your independence, but about ensuring you have a safety net and a plan that reflects your desires. Maintaining as much self-sufficiency as possible, even in small ways, can also significantly reduce this feeling of burden. Continuing to manage your own personal affairs, contributing to household tasks if you live with family, or simply maintaining your own appointments shows a continued ability to contribute and manage your life. Paradoxically, learning to accept help gracefully is also a crucial part of not being a burden. Your family often wants to help out of love, and refusing all assistance can sometimes create more stress than accepting it. Differentiate between true burden and loving support. Accepting a ride to an appointment, for example, allows your child to feel helpful without being overwhelmed. Also, explore community resources. Many local senior services offer adult daycare, respite care for caregivers, or support groups that can provide much-needed relief and guidance for your family. Encouraging your family caregivers to seek support for themselves is a profound act of love. Preventing their burnout ultimately ensures they can continue to support you lovingly. And finally, maintaining a positive and grateful outlook. Your emotional state profoundly affects those around you. A positive, appreciative attitude can lighten the emotional load for your loved ones, making the journey more pleasant for everyone involved. So, there we have it. We've looked at the fear of losing independence, the anxiety around financial security, the pang of loneliness, the worry over declining health, and the profound fear of becoming a burden. These are real, valid concerns, but they don't have to define your later years. Remember, understanding these fears is the first step toward disarming them. Small, consistent efforts in preparation and mindset can create monumental shifts in your peace of mind and dignity. Your journey into your 80s and beyond can be one of continued growth, joy, and profound connection, not defined by fear. You have more control than you think. Every small step you take today, whether it's planning, connecting, staying active, nurturing your mind, or having those important conversations, is a powerful act of self-care and a declaration of your desire to live fully. And here's that surprising truth I promised at the beginning. The greatest protection against these fears isn't avoiding them, but openly acknowledging them, and then choosing to live each day with intention, gratitude, and a resilient spirit. The true secret to peace and dignity after 80 isn't about escaping these fears, but about building an inner fortress of strength and wisdom that allows you to face anything with grace. It's about choosing joy and purpose, no matter what challenges may arise. It's about understanding that while the landscape of life may shift, your core self, your dignity, and your capacity for joy remain intact. It's about living with courage, knowing that even in moments of vulnerability, you are surrounded by the strength of your planning, your connections, and your resilient spirit. Your peace and dignity are not external gifts. They are internal choices, cultivated through mindfulness, preparedness, and a profound appreciation for each day. What are your biggest takeaways from today's conversation? Or what unaddressed fears do you carry as you navigate these beautiful later years? Share your thoughts, your experiences, your wisdom in the comments below. Your story could be the very thing someone else needs to hear to find their own comfort and peace. If this video resonated with you, if it offered even a glimmer of comfort or a new perspective, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to continue this journey with us, exploring how to live your best life at every age, subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future discussions. Remember, every day is an opportunity to protect your peace and dignity. Live your best life at every age, with courage, wisdom, and a heart full of hope.